Greetings, this is Paul the Poke from paulthepoke.com. Today's topic, Millennial Kingdom, 1,000 years. And the focus of this post is on the length of the Millennial Kingdom. Oddly enough, there's a lot of debate about the Millennial Kingdom, and some people would say we're in the Millennial Kingdom now as of the spring of 2016. The critic says that this is a spiritual kingdom and that the church has ushered in this era of peace, and we're going to establish peace before Jesus comes back. And, from this vantage point, if that's the case, we're getting ripped off big time. I don't see any peace, no prosperity, no security, no integrity, honesty, justice, or anything of that nature. And even more bizarre, some people argue the length of the Millennial Kingdom. Revelation 20 is pretty clear. It'll be a 1,000-year period of time set apart for the human race, where Jesus Christ is in charge, and He'll rule. And there are going to be many different witnesses to that 1,000-year period. There are 6 different groups of people in Revelation 20, and this 1,000-year period is effectively marked by Satan's imprisonment in the pit. And they threw some keys in there and locked him in. And the first example is Satan and an angel from heaven understand that 1,000 years will be involved. Revelation 20 verse 2, and he laid hold of the dragon, the serpent of old, who is the devil and Satan, and bound him for 1,000 years. A second reference is that Satan will not be incarcerated forever. He has a 1,000-year sentence. He's not going to be reformed. He's not going to be rehabilitated. His little timeout's not going to help him. He's still going to get out. And effectively, once a liar, always a liar. Revelation 20, verse 3. He threw him into the abyss and locked and sealed it over him to keep him from deceiving the nations anymore until the 1,000 years were ended. And after that, he must be set free for a short time. That's in reference to Satan. A third group, believers in Christ, will be beheaded during the tribulation, during the 7-year period. That they testify to the length of the kingdom. And that's interesting that during the 7-year tribulations, that beheadings will be a hallmark. I think it's not a stretch at all to say that trend is increasing now, and beheadings are picking up in frequency. Tribulation believers will be resurrected before the Millennial Kingdom starts. They get to rule with Jesus during the millennium. Revelation 20 verse 4, part B, and they came to life and reigned with Christ for 1,000 years. So they will be resurrected before the Millennial Kingdom starts, and that's those who are beheaded. A fourth group, unbelievers, they understand the Millennial Kingdom is 1,000 years, and they're going to be in Hades, or Sheol. Hades is the Greek term, Sheol is Hebrew, and it's effectively a holding place before the lake of fire, or hell as we know it. And their resurrection does not come until after the Millennial Kingdom. These folks are destined for the lake of fire. They're unbelievers. They're physically and spiritually dead. Revelation 20 verse 5. The rest of the dead did not come to life until the 1,000 years were completed. A fifth group, those who believe Jesus died for their sins, are eternal. They never die. So you believe in Jesus, you're eternal. And believers get to rule with Christ during this time. Revelation 20 verse 6. Blessed and holy is the one who has a part in the first resurrection. Over these the second death has no power. They will be priests of God and of Christ, and will reign with Him for 1,000 years. The sixth reference to the 1,000 years is, during the 1,000 years, Satan will be locked up and won't be able to tempt any of humanity. And so there will be literally perfect conditions as determined by God and Christ, and humanity doesn't have the excuse of, well, the devil made me do it. And And he knows, Satan, when he gets out, that his time is short. He's getting ready for his ultimate retirement in the lake of fire. And after that 1,000 years, even under perfect conditions on earth with perfect leadership in Christ, countless people will turn and follow Satan. And they're actually going to declare war on Jesus and in Jerusalem. So, even under perfect conditions of prosperity, peace, humanity will turn on God the man. Revelation 20, verse 7. When the 1,000 years are completed, Satan will be released from prison. And so don't fall into the trap. Well, if my circumstances were better, I would do blah, blah, blah. Well, it doesn't matter. Every single one of us, present company included here, we can all find things in our lives that, they're not going the way we want them to, or we have obstacles and challenges. We all face them, and the Bible's saying that that's no excuse. And the bottom line, humanity left to its own devices, even under the best of conditions, apart from God's going to fail. It's what's stated, and that's one of the purposes of the Millennial Kingdom. And lastly, the Greek word for 1,000 is Chilioi, or Chilioi, and it means 1,000. Jesus and his saints will rule for 1,000 years while Satan is confined. If you're interested in topics related to the Millennial Kingdom, check out paulthepoke.com, keyword Millennial Kingdom. Thanks for listening. Bye.